Welcome to episode 2 of my Red Flags in Online Dating series. I am just going to jump right in and give you the next 3 tips I have for you. Tip number 1 is lies about height or anything else. This is so important that I actually made a separate video on this topic several months ago. If you want to check that out, you're more than welcome to. But I will talk about it real quick here. This is really important. This might seem like something that's even a little bit small, and it's not just lies about height, it's lies about anything, really. Especially, one of the common lies men tell is lies about height and age. Women also can lie. If they're gonna lie about age and weight. Any of these things are they are unacceptable. There's no other I shouldn't really have to explain why these things are not acceptable. The simple fact is that if they're willing to lie about something that is that obvious, that you'll discover that, pretty much when you first meet them, they're probably lying about all kinds of other things. Lies are like cockroaches. For every one that you discover, there's hundreds that are hiding around somewhere. So just be very, very careful. If you find that somebody's lying to you, even if it seems that their lies are kind of small, this is definitely a huge red flag. It's actually, for me, it's a deal breaker. It's something that you should be looking at too and see if that's the kind of behavior that you're going to accept in your life. Number 2, won't answer certain questions. Questions like, do you want or do you have children? Questions like, do you own a car? These are very basic questions that some dating sites actually require people to answer. They'll say, that they don't want to answer as their answer kind of a thing, just to complete their profile. But if somebody is not willing to at least tell you whether or not they have children or whether or not they have a car, they're probably hiding something. This is not acceptable behavior. It really is not. If you don't have a car, just be honest and be like, no, I don't own a car. If you have children, you don't need to put your children's names in your profile or anything ridiculous like that. Just say that you have children. If you don't want children, say that you don't want children. Or if you want them, say that you do. These vague no answers or answer later kind of, this is not acceptable. Somebody is probably hiding something. Most likely, if it's the car thing and they don't answer about the car, it's because they don't have a car. Likely, they don't even have a driver's license. These things that in themselves are not necessarily deal breakers. They might be for you personally, but if somebody was honest and upfront with me about it and explained their situation, that's not necessarily a deal breaker if they don't have a car. Some people live in cities where they don't need a car, or where having a car is actually more of a nuisance than having one is a benefit. So there's so many other reasons for somebody to not own a car, but for somebody to not answer the question or to avoid the question, it's almost lying. So there's no excuse for that in my book, and that's something that you're probably going to want to look into as well. Number 3, this one is something that I'm going to make a video on because there's a lot of depth to this particular red flag that just really can't be covered in this video because I want these videos to be sort of little quick tips for you. And if I were to get into too many details, then this video would be very long. This one is people who write no drama, no baggage, those types of things in their actual profile. The main reason why, and I'm just going to get into the main reason why, there's actually several reasons, and some of these reasons are, really kind of deep and very in-depth, but the main reason why is the people that say no drama tend to be the ones that engage in the most drama. Just think about that for a minute. Think about the people that you have either on your Facebook or any other social media accounts, the people that are always like, oh, I hate drama, no drama in my life. These are the people that generally are always stirring up drama. They're always like enwrapped in it, like sometimes they're even creating it and pretending to be the victim and being like, oh, well, I don't like drama. There are other reasons why you want to stay away from people that state no drama and no baggage. Again, I'm going to make another separate video on this that really gets into depth on this, but if somebody is saying no drama, most likely they are the ones that are going to be causing all kinds of drama, and they actually probably feed on it. A healthy person doesn't need to say no drama, just like a healthy person doesn't need to say no murdering or things like that, because these are things that aren't even necessarily on their radar because they're not engaging in these things regularly. So be very careful for people that word that, especially if they're, some people word this multiple times in their profile. Absolutely stay away from those people. There's just way too many risks involved in terms of them actually being the ones that cause drama, and there can actually be a lot more problematic behavior from those types of individuals. So those are your 3 tips. I hope that they at least have given you something to think about. And again, these tips, these are red flags for me personally. They may not necessarily be deal breakers for you, but the point of these videos is to really to get you to think maybe a little bit outside your normal frame of thinking when you're approaching dating or even just meeting new friends, because there's a lot of behaviors that we can pick up on that are in these red flags. So these are generally the type of people that healthy people don't really want in their lives. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be posting more videos soon. Bye, guys.